Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hi, good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is June 16th.
Summer officially begins Sunday evening. We've had a very rainy spring here in South Texas, and if you haven't noticed lately, the mosquitoes are back.
Oh yeah, I've been witnessing that.
And they may be sticking around. Researchers say it's likely due to climate change.
Yeah, a team from the University of Florida says in places they're seeing the greatest effects of climate change, mosquito activity could soon become a year-round problem.
Yep, and lasting even into winter. So to see just how adaptive mosquitoes are already becoming to changing temperatures throughout the year, researchers collected insects each season down in Gainesville, Florida.
They say we found that the mosquitoes in our study are what we call plastic, meaning that like a rubber band, the range of temperatures they can tolerate stretches and contracts at different times of year.
So during spring, when it's cold at night, but warms up in the day, mosquitoes appear to have a tolerance for a very large range of temperatures. By summer, that range actually contracts as temperatures typically stay hot all the time. However, when the weather cools off in the fall, mosquitoes see their tolerance stretch out again.
And so the researcher says that tells us that as climate change makes our autumns and winters warmer, mosquitoes in more temperate regions are well prepared to be active during those times.
Study authors believe their findings will help communities better prepare for insect season as climate change continues to lengthen our summers. This study is from studyfinds.org.
Well, that's not good news, just when you think you got rid of them.
Year-round skeeters.
No.
Just have to live with it.
I guess so. Let's look at today's 9 at 9.
President Joe Biden meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Geneva, Switzerland this morning. They are discussing cybersecurity, human rights, and election interference.
Overnight, Israeli aircraft carried out a series of airstrikes on the Gaza Strip after militants sent firebombs across the border by balloon. No deaths have been reported. It's the first airstrike since reaching a ceasefire agreement last month.
2 people are dead, 2 others hurt after a gunman opened fire at a factory in Alabama. Authorities are calling the shooting completely unprovoked. Police say the shooter took his own life.
Democrats will meet today to discuss next steps for a massive 2-track infrastructure plan. They are looking for Republican support on a bill that modernizes transportation and addresses climate change.
Today, Texas Governor Greg Abbott will hold a news conference to give details on his plans for a border wall. Former President Trump has said he would join Abbott in a trip to the border later this month.
The Delta variant that ravaged India has now been changed by the CDC from a variant of interest to a variant of concern. Medical experts say it's more transmissible and could cause more severe illness. It's the dominant variant in the UK now with more than 90% of new cases.
Royal Caribbean being forced to postpone the inaugural sailing of one of its cruise ships after 8 crew members tested positive for COVID-19. The ship originally planned to set sail from Fort Lauderdale July 3rd, but it's been pushed back to the end of July.
Beijing is sending 3 astronauts up in China's first human space flight in about 5 years. They will orbit the Earth for a 3-month stay as they work on China's space station.
Over 52,000 fans packed the stands at Dodger Stadium last night. It was the first full-capacity game since October 1st, 2019, before the pandemic even began. And that's today's 9 at 9. You were up early this morning. We gave a shout-out on my Facebook page, KSAT Mark Austin, to a GMSA superfan over in Sweden named Nicholas Eriksson, and we made a little video for him.
We said hi, and then I wished him happy birthday, and it wasn't his birthday.
But he wrote us and he said, "Thanks, guys. My birthday is actually July 4th."
So it's coming up. I wasn't that far off, right?
Not at all. So thank you very much to Nicholas and everybody watching around the world. Watching us here in good old San Antonio.
Yes, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and take a look outside with live cam here in San Antonio. We are at 79 degrees already.
Warming up, but if you stepped outside this morning, you may notice the humidity is just a little bit lower. Each and every day we seem to shave off a little bit of that humidity. It feels pretty good right now. Yesterday, we had some storms come through San Antonio, dropped some pretty good rain in spots. We also had a little bit of damage. Take a look at this picture on our KSAT Connect. This was from yesterday evening. Looks like we had a downburst with one of those storms out near SeaWorld, and this put down some pretty strong winds and took down some trees, unfortunately. You see some of the damage there. It was pretty localized, so that makes us think it was probably a downburst. But we'll keep you posted there. It was pretty busy yesterday afternoon with the radar. The rain was good to see. Obviously, we don't want the damage. 80 degrees right now at the airport, 78 Boulevardy, 78 in New Braunfels. A little bit of cloud cover trying to come through, but not a problem. No rain right now. Let's talk about rain chances. We do have some today, a slight chance tomorrow. They taper off this weekend, but guess what? They pick back up next week. We have some decent chances for some storms early next week. So then the pattern changes yet again. Today, 20% chance rain, 95 your high temperature. Easterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll have more on those rain chances next week and a look at what's going on down there in the Gulf. Still waiting. That's coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Right now, let's check TransGuide, see how things are looking. I-35 at Martin, fantastic commute for you going right now. Now that things are starting to wind down. It looks like we have a stalled vehicle or somebody slow going. Oh, it's just slow traffic right there. I-10 and Ralph Fair Road. That is the frontage road. Main lanes look good.
Top stories we're following today. The Texas Department of Public Safety has issued a statewide blue alert.
If you haven't heard of them before, a blue alert is issued for people who've either killed or injured a law enforcement officer. The search on for this guy, 43-year-old Royce Edward Wood, last seen Sunday night up in Rome, which is northwest of Fort Worth.
He's bald and is about 6'2". Police say he was last seen wearing a baseball cap with a camouflage bandana around it, black sunglasses, a vest, green shirt, and shorts. If you have any information, you're asked to call the number that is on your screen right now, and that is 940-627-5971.
San Antonio police continue to search for a man they say attacked a woman with a knife.
It happened around 4:30 this morning at the Motel 6 on Loop 410 near Marbach Road. That's on the west side of town. Investigators tell us the man cut the woman under her ear and took off. Police say he left his car at a nearby gas station and ran.
Something we'll have our eyes on today. Governor Greg Abbott will be talking about plans for the Texas-Mexico border.
The news conference will begin this afternoon at 3 at the Texas Capitol. Governor Abbott announced last week during a trip to Del Rio that he would present plans for Texas to build its own wall. He says he will utilize crowdfunding as a way to help pay for the construction.
News conference begins at 3. You can watch the live stream right here on KSAT.com.
Also happening today, a hearing for Delaney Chariz, who is facing a tampering with evidence charge in the death of her baby, James Chariz. The
remains of the baby were found in a trailer back in April, but no further charges have been added. A Justice for Baby James protest being held right now as the family is upset at the possibility Delaney could be granted a release today. Our Erica Hernandez is down at the courthouse. We'll have more coming up on the news at noon. Well, in your morning headlines, a different way to look at a tornado and more disturbing video of an attack on an Asian woman.
And a brazen robbery and a different kind of giveaway for a vaccine shot. Our David Sears is here.
Morning, sir.
This one might surprise you a little bit because it's a different country. Of course, we've had giveaways here. Like, what were they giving away? Like a beer and
lots of money.
Lots of money and stuff else. So we'll get that in just a second. But first, let's start you off with a fun flight. You're on board a glider with David Evans. And yes, that is a tornado, sort of. They call that a land spout. David is flying a glider, although it has a motor on it. So is it really a glider? It's called a motorized. We'll get that later. We'll leave that for another day. The real story is the great video that he got of this land spout. Evans was flying between the towns of Minco and Tuttle above the ground in Oklahoma. He said he didn't feel any turbulence. He said he was hitching a ride on a thermal updraft where he had seen hawks riding when the funnel first appeared. That's pretty cool. All right, more disturbing video of the day. On the left is an Asian woman. On the right is that guy right there and just hauls off and hits her as they're walking up the sidewalk. Apparently, the guy was asking her for a cigarette. She said she didn't have one, so he slugged her upside the head. You can see she hits the pavement pretty hard. It was all caught on security cameras. It's all happening in Culver City, just west of downtown L.A. It happened Monday morning around 1 a.m. And according to police, the suspect also yelled a racial slur at the woman. The woman was taken to the hospital. She's bloodied, but is expected to be okay.
She's going to make a full recovery, but she did sustain an injury to her right ear. The video is pretty clear in terms of the suspect description, what happened, what transpired on that day, and we're definitely looking for the public's help in helping identify the suspect.
Yeah, police looking for that guy. They're also looking at this as a possible hate crime. All right, let's take it to Walgreens in San Francisco. This is happening more and more often. It's a guy with a bike. He's got his bag. He's just pulling stuff off the shelves and filling up that trash bag. Two people are standing there watching him, puts the trash bag on the bike, then takes off. The security guard actually tried to grab that bag. The guy just rolls right by him, and then there he goes. Just rides his bike right out the door. The woman who shot the video happens to be a reporter for the local ABC station in San Francisco. She wasn't working at the time. She was just shopping on her day off.
It's hard for me as a journalist to say, I won't be involved. I can't get involved. I have to be sort of neutral. But this is also my city. I live in the city, and I see this constantly.
Melendez says she has witnessed 3 of these brazen robberies at different Walgreens around the city. By the way, according to the San Francisco Chronicle, Walgreens has now closed 17 stores across the city over the last few years, and no arrests in this case have been made yet. We have seen a lot of giveaways in this country to get people to get their COVID-19 vaccine shot. In Indonesia, they're giving away live chickens. Each person who gets vaccinated gets a chicken. That's happening in the West Java province. Health officials have been having a hard time getting older people to get vaccinated. This is one way to increase the number of jabs. One problem, there has been an increase of COVID cases on the islands of Java and Sumatra. And finally, congratulations to Anna Berdiganova. Sorry about that. Berdnikova. Here we go. Don't want to mess her name up because she's letting old age not get in the way of her work around her community. She's 82. She loves to dance her way through the chores of the day. She collects trash, she cuts branches, she sweeps, she shovels snow when it's needed. Look at those moves, huh? Even does a little housework dancing to tunes. Neighbors wonder when or if she ever sleeps because she's always out cleaning up the neighborhood or her house and dancing.
Our question, David, is where the heck did she get David Sears' dance move?
I don't know. I don't know if
it's eerily similar, isn't it?
If I'm stealing from her or she's stealing from me.
Right. On this shot, it's a prime opportunity to go ahead and compare if you'd like to do.
No, if you'd like to join it, there you go.
I don't think you can't touch this. No.
Maybe that's the song she was listening to.
Can't be touched. real quick.
Yes, sir.
Kawhi Leonard expected to miss tonight's Game 5 with the Clippers against the Utah Jazz. He's got like a knee injury or something. He may be out for the rest of the series. So there you go.
Thank you.
That's never happened before, has it?
No.
I like your response.
Can't touch that either. Thank you, David. 9:10 right now, about 79 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
And it's not even officially summer yet, and already Texas is facing blistering temperatures later on GMSA at 9, while you may need to be extra gentle with your air conditioning units.
Also, the KSAT Explains team joins us to debrief the newest episode on the Bonham Exchange downtown. We'll take a look at what it took to get this story put together. And a bunch of flowers and stuff right here on GMSA at 9. Okay, we have more on flowers and stuff at 9:14. It's been 4 months since San Antonio was transformed into an Arctic tundra. Our gardens and plants were hit hard. Many shriveled up and some died.
But in what may be the comeback story of the year, Justin Horn explains that spring has brought an explosion of color, growth, and recovery that is surprising just to about everyone.
Some would say that February 2021 was a once-in-a-lifetime event. It's hard to argue that. And if these plants could talk, they'd likely agree.
It looked like we were really devastated, and some things did take a pretty hard hit.
But it seems South Texas Plant Life decided to live by the mantra, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Apparently, a lot stronger.
I've been here 30 years, and I've never seen the garden look this amazing.
Some things like a little tough love, if you will. Having chill hours is actually a good thing for a lot of plants.
That's a fact. But this kind of cold was uncharted territory for South Texas.
It's been a fun experiment just to, as a gardener, come out and see, what has survived. Okay, what are the superstars?
That list is surprisingly long. And to be clear, the impressive resurgence has been a culmination of well-timed weather events.
After it warmed up, we got these spring rains, and things just exploded.
Some plants are really showing right now, like roses and these firecracker bushes, which put out these bright pink blooms.
I've been really impressed with the esperanzas, too.
Our patience paid off, but all of this growth and color could be fleeting. Root systems that withstood a load of stress in February will now have to face a hot summer.
Mulch goes a very long way in our Texas heat, so giving it that little bit of insulation, at least 2 to 3 inches of mulch, is really going to keep that root temperature down.
Justin Horn, KSAT 12 News.
Yeah, stuff is coming back big time. And of course, the spring rain, I think you'll agree, Justin, the spring rains have helped a lot. But you can certainly see what those non-native palms that are just right now still, they're trying to weed them out and cut them down.
Yeah, there's still a few of those, that's for sure. And I don't have a green thumb, but my plants are like, ridiculous this year. And
Yes.
I was surprised. I thought after the freeze it would all go away, and now here we are. Rains and everything's flourishing. So it's great to see. And as long as we can keep rain going, we'll continue to see these gardens look pretty good. We got some rain yesterday. We had some of the rainfall totals here in San Antonio that looked pretty decent. About 0.2 of an inch at the airport. Medina Lake picked up about 1/10 of an inch. Down in Lido, close to 1/10 of an inch. Cuero, 0.16. So it was scattered about, but here in San Antonio, we had a couple storms that came through. Now, this did come with a little bit of strong winds. We had some damage in spots. Leon Valley picked up about 1/2 an inch. That was one of the big winners yesterday. Helota, same story. And that shouldn't say Medina Lake. That should say Bernie, but Bernie had about 0.32 inches. So that was a good number up there. Right now, we have partly cloudy skies and temperatures sitting at 80 degrees. East-southeasterly winds at 6 miles per hour. We did get down to 71 this morning, so that was nice. Dew points were a little bit lower, and that allowed those temperatures to drop some. 77 Bernie State, 78 in New Braunfels, 82 Stinson, 77 down there in Pleasanton, 80 Cotulla, and 82 right now in Del Rio. We mentioned the dew points. They have come up a bit since this morning. We're close to 70, but I think during the afternoon you'll start to see this number come down a little bit more. And next week, or I should say this weekend, the dew points really start to come down, and that's because, as we've discussed last couple of days, we'll be on the backside of that tropical system, so dew points could dip into the 50s. When that happens, though, when you get drier air, the temperatures tend to spike the air temperature. So it'll still be hot. Forecast heat index today, no surprise, up around 100 here in San Antonio, and we'll see heat indices maybe a little bit better than yesterday, just because that humidity will be slightly lower. Satellite picture shows, a couple clouds coming through, but no big deal there. The bigger picture, we still have our high centered over the Four Corners, and that's bringing a ton of heat to the desert Southwest. What they do not need there, in fact, the temperature in Death Valley today is forecast to be somewhere around 128. That's closing in on some records there, but thankfully we're not seeing temperatures like that. We do have a few disturbances rounding that high moving through, and so we should get another chance for some isolated showers and storms today, although this computer model is not showing much. I think the coverage may be a little bit less than yesterday, but some pop-ups are possible. And as we get into tomorrow, rain chances start to come down a little bit more, although we'll see some clouds starting to feed in potentially from that tropical system. So we'll see how that plays out. Cloud cover, I think, will be off and on through maybe the first half of the weekend. So there's our disturbance in the Gulf. Hurricane Center thinks this has about a 90% chance of developing. So we're pretty confident here that this is going to become something, although it is still disorganized at this hour. But as it moves north, it should organize more, potentially into a tropical depression. This is Friday, 6 o'clock. Notice we're still on the dry side of things, and I think that's the case even into the weekend. We don't see much here in Central Texas or South Texas. East Texas may get a few showers out of this, but it very quickly moves northeast by Sunday and away from us. So the extended forecast, 94 degrees today, 96 tomorrow, 10% chance tomorrow, 95 Friday, 97 on Saturday, 97 on Sunday. A hot weekend, but less humidity. And then next week, some encouraging news. Looks like we may actually get a front with some chances for storms Monday and Tuesday, guys.
That would be great.
Yep.
Thank you, Justin.
It's exactly 9:20. It's 80 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9, we check in with our KSAT Explains team as they explore the history of the Bonham Exchange, a safe spot for San Antonio's LGBTQ+ community, how they developed the newest episode next. And welcome back. It's about 9:23. June is Pride Month, and one famous San Antonio has proudly served the LGBTQ+ community for decades.
The latest KSAT Explains episode looks into the rich history behind the Bonham Exchange.
Here's Myra Arthur and RJ Marquez with a look at how the episode came together.
In this week's episode, we are diving into a fascinating piece of San Antonio history, all centered around an iconic nightclub, the Bonham Exchange. It has for 40 years been a successful gay nightclub that welcomes any and everyone. And the history of how it all got started has deep roots in San Antonio, goes back to one man who really had a vision not only for the local LGBTQ plus community, but for how he wanted to shape San Antonio as a whole. And he did just that, leaving his mark on some of the most signature spots all around town today.
Yeah, Myra, this really became an unbelievable episode because in our planning, we wanted to do something for Pride Month, but figuring out the history and everything that went into the Bonham Exchange, and as you mentioned, Arthur Happy Veltman, who is absolutely one of the most prominent San Antonio businessmen, developers, lawyers that we've ever seen in this city, and his impact has absolutely been immense throughout. And the Bonham Exchange, as you mentioned, one of these places that represents a lot for the LGBTQ plus community in San Antonio, but we also went further behind that and really kind of found out some really interesting things about everything that kind of went into the Bonham being opened up.
And that's what I loved about this episode personally, just hearing about the human interest stories, the name Hap Veltman, the name Gene Elder, two people who have since passed away but have left incredible legacies within the local LGBTQ plus community. But again, for all of us and their visions for San Antonio as a whole, how they wanted to shape this city in terms of influencing the Riverwalk as we know it today, the St. Mary's Strip, the Blue Star Arts Complex. So this episode dives into much more than just a history of the Bonham Exchange, which is fascinating in and of itself, but how this duo, best friends who met at Trinity University, how they helped shape our community and really create at the core of their mission a safe space for the LGBTQ plus community and for everyone to just come have some fun and be themselves and enjoy San Antonio.
Yeah, Myra, and I know you and producer Lexi also visited the Happy Foundation, which is basically this archive of LGBTQ plus history in San Antonio. Some amazing stuff there. And of course, Gene Elder, Happy Veltman, the Bonham, everything kind of came together to really kind of shape what the LGBTQ plus community is right now in San Antonio. A really, really cool episode.
And I have to say, the Happy Foundation, our cameras, we were told, were the very first to be in there. So what we found inside that room, which is at the Bonham Exchange, a lot of people don't know that, is incredibly intriguing. So come along on this journey with us. This is really a story not only about history, but about two people who played such a role for our entire community, and something that we can all learn from, and we can all say that we know a little bit more about how we got to where we are today. So check out this episode, ksat.com/explains, or on the KSAT TV app. It is out now for you to watch on demand.
We were just reminiscing. She went to UT, I went to SFA. We both have memories of going to the Bonham on college night.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
It was a while back, but it was a good time.
Yeah, well, and even recently it has been a lot of fun.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Much more ahead on GMSA at 9. Right now it's 9:27.
We catch up with more Fiesta royalty as they share what the season means to them.
First, though, we're going to pick Justin Horton's brain a little. We want to break down the science behind this brutal heat wave, or the science of heat waves.
And welcome back. It's about 9:30. June is Pride Month, and happening tomorrow, Metro Health Violence Prevention will host events focused on helping LGBTQ plus families go through a journey that can be tough for some.
Ahead of this event, we caught up with a local family who shares their personal story.
As parents, we may not understand, and it might be hard for us to accept. And it's going to take time, because it took my husband a lot of time, a lot, more than me. It took him a lot of time, but don't rush him.
A difficult journey for one local family being shared in hopes of helping others facing the same challenges.
Tonight on KSAT 12, Adrian Ortega introduces you to a mother whose twin boys came out in their teenage years and how her perspective has changed over the years. The full story airs tonight on the Night Beat at 10.
Summertime is a great time to pick up a new book, and the San Antonio Public Library wants to give you prizes for reading.
A summer with the San Antonio Public Library, or SAPL, is underway, and there's fun programs for kids, teens, and adults. So here's how it works for adults. Just visit any library branch and pick up a chancla. There you go. The goals for your soul's tracker.
Your goals could include reading or listening to books or exploring something the library encouraged you to learn about. Once you meet your goals, return to the branch and you will get a limited edition Summer with SAPL Mason jar.
Members with the library say it's a fun way to get involved.
It's just an opportunity for folks to try something new. Maybe they want to try a new author or try a new genre of books. Maybe they want to attend a library program on a subject that they don't know anything about. Or, we have lots of ways for folks to learn new things. That's why I would encourage anyone to participate.
Anyone 18 and above can participate in the Summer with SAPL for adults. It's free and it runs until August 31st.
Coming up tomorrow on GMSA, we're going to tell you all about Summer with SAPL for teens and all the virtual activities they're going to be offering. You don't want to miss it.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, we are at 81 degrees already. But yeah, Justin, you're right. Not as bad as yesterday.
Well, we got down to 71 this morning. It felt good when I walked outside. That's probably not the case now because temperatures are warming up pretty rapidly. We did get a little bit of rain yesterday, and that resulted in some higher mold counts this morning. They're in the moderate category. The pollen count showing 680 for mold. Grass is low. It's at 20. And looking at temperatures right now, closing in on 80 in a lot of spots, if not already above that mark here in Bexar County. 81 Boulevardy, 80 in Comfort, 77 Kerrville. And there's a look outside. We've got some, looks like mid-level clouds coming through, not a big deal. No rain with these. And the dew point is at 69. That number should come down a little bit once we get into the afternoon. East-southeasterly winds at 6. Your forecast calls for a high right around 95. We will keep in a 20% chance of rain today. So just like the last couple of days, a couple pop-up showers and storms. And then once the sun goes down, we'll see that all go away. We'll talk about some rain chances, though, that kick back up next week. Looking pretty good at this point. We'll have more on that in just a bit, guys.
Thank you, Justin. The Texas Power Grid operator ERCOT still asking you to limit use of electricity.
Yeah, so far officials say they're not sure what's causing power plants to go offline unexpectedly, causing the strain on the state grid. Typically, most facilities are brought back into service in the middle of May after undergoing summer preparations.
In a statement, the grid operator says, in part, quote, ERCOT will be issuing a request for information from generation owners to better understand why so many units are out of service and determine any further actions they may need to be taken, end quote.
In the meantime, Bexar County officials announced they are opening the doors on the cooling centers. County officials say they'll open until further notice. This is in addition to city cooling centers that will be open through Friday. We have the entire list posted for you on KSAT.com. Parts of Texas saw the first heat advisory of the year this week as the heat index soared over the 100-degree mark.
If anything, it was a rude awakening to Texans as summer is knocking on the door just 6 days before it's supposed to.
Also means it's about to be a busy and lucrative time for HVAC and AC repair companies. As Matt Howerton reports, due to the pandemic and fallout from Texas's historic winter storm in February, manufacturers making repair parts for HVAC systems aren't keeping a healthy supply chain.
On a scorcher.
I didn't know it's gonna get hot like this because it was raining.
This is refuge.
My AC wasn't working. My car AC, it was really burning.
For Joseph Titi and his son.
Man, it's really hot. He's over 90.
Who are just trying to stay cool when the heat index is over 100.
Man, it's feeling good.
It's hot inside.
And Walter Jung,
well, it was not blowing out of the vent over the weekend.
Would happily trade places. His AC is on the fritz.
It's always in the summertime.
A scorcher.
A scorcher, exactly.
Ray Ramirez from Quigley Heating and Air Conditioning is on the case.
I'm hooking up my gauges. I let the unit run for about 15 minutes to get a good reading.
And HVAC repair guys like him have been busy. The last 4 days, he's worked 50-plus hours going to calls.
I make sure the blower motor's not dirty, the filter's not dirty.
Not to mention the HVAC repair industry is facing some pains. Small parts right now are easy to come by, but some that are more complex can take up to 5 days to get here. And if you need a new AC unit...
Equipment, for the most part, it's like a 4 to 6 week delay.
Well, some higher end brands can take up to a month to get here. The shortage attributed to the pandemic and our winter storm in February that waned on copper, steel, and aluminum production as well as distribution.
With a weak capacitor, it might start one time, it might not start the next time.
In Jung's case, a few tweaks and some refrigerant are all that's needed here. He's lucky.
I'm kind of used to it now.
As the heat ramps up.
When it gets to be 100 degrees, it's 100 degrees. You know, to me, it's just one of those things. You just have to put up with it.
That was Matt Howardson from WFAA in Dallas reporting. All right, meteorologist Justin Horn is back with us now. Let's talk about the climate for a minute. What is the science behind this heat wave that doesn't seem to want to go away?
Yeah, you saw in that package here, we were talking about Texas, it's hot, but we're really on the lucky side of things because as you get out into the western part of the country, it's really bad. And one of the reasons temperatures are so hot there is you are in a long-term drought. This is the drought monitor. And 89%, that's a huge number of the West, so we're talking New Mexico West here, is in drought. Really bad around Las Vegas, Phoenix, New Mexico, Utah, you name it. The situation continues to get worse. If you've seen some pictures of Lake Mead, it's dropping to record low levels. And when you get a drought like this, a lot of times it builds on itself. So you get that heat high. We know about the heat high here in Texas, but lately it's been sitting over the Four Corners region. And that drought sort of builds, and when the air is dry and the soils get dried out, it gets hotter, that heat can build, the high builds, and it just continues to get worse. And that's the situation out west. There is the high pressure sitting right over the Four Corners region. These are the forecast temperatures today, 113 in Phoenix, 113 in Vegas. And Death Valley forecasting 128 today. Wrap your mind around that. The record high for the world, for the Earth, is in Death Valley. It's 134, so it's not far from that. And the heat is going to stick around for another couple days, guys.
Now, the big question on everyone's mind, pretty much, when can we expect some relief, if any?
So looking down the line, that high breaks down, it looks like Sunday into Monday. So they'll get some relief. A little system comes through, and that will push maybe a frontal boundary through some spots, but we could even see a little bit of cooler air here, maybe some rain showers and storms in Texas. It'll help us out some too, but it will really help them because they do have excessive heat warnings and heat advisories in place today. Basically all of California there in Arizona and parts of Nevada too. So not a great situation out west, guys.
All right, Justin, thank you very much. We'll see you a little bit later on for your full forecast.
Sounds good.
Right now, it's just about 9:40. We're still at about 82 degrees.
And you're watching GMSA at 9. Let's take a quick look outside at TransSky before we head to break. Things looking okay there on the roadways at I-10 and Ralph Fair.
Nothing like some Fiesta royalty to get you in the mood to celebrate. We catch up with more faces of Fiesta after the break.
Introducing your 2021 Fiesta Royalty, powered by your local San Antonio area Chevy dealers.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle Uribe, la reina de la Feria de las Flores. Viva Fiesta!
Meet this year's Reina de la Feria de las Flores.
I was born and raised in San Antonio. I graduated from Incarnate Word High School in 2015 and then decided to continue my education at Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas.
As Reina, she understands the important message of Fiesta.
I think the Party with a Purpose memo of Fiesta is incredible. It's all these different people coming together to raise funds for our community. And then we basically have a huge celebration at the end to celebrate the success for our community.
For her, it's also about working with the kids in the community and spreading a positive message.
I have a passion for working with children and getting to devote my time to the young people in my community.
She also loves athletics and working out, which may come in handy because of her new hobby.
I've kind of found myself experimenting with a lot of cooking recently, so a lot of at-home recipes are happening at my place.
Viva Fiesta, everybody. Across the city, places already started to get into the Fiesta spirit.
And today, Metro Health hosting a free Fiesta-themed family event. Fiesta de Salud is happening from 11 to 6 today over at Milan Park. That's at 500 West Commerce Street across from Market Square.
There will be health screenings and a pop-up vaccine clinic. They're offering the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
There will also be free STD screenings and a chance to get a free Fiesta medal when you donate blood with the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center.
Of course, it's not a Fiesta event without food games, and some prizes.
And as for the official Fiesta Fun, that's all kicking off tomorrow, and it feels great to finally say Viva Fiesta.
Although most big events postponed until next April, there are still plenty of ways to party with a purpose. Our Sarah Costa breaks down some of those events.
Good morning, guys, and Viva Fiesta, those eggs hurt. I'm hanging out in the KSAT lobby with Pepe, the piñata, and his 3 little piñata friends, and actually he makes an appearance in the first ever KSAT Porch Parade, but we'll talk about that in just a bit. First, we're talking with Fiesta 2021 is the official kickoff of Fiesta in San Antonio. It'll take place tomorrow in person from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Hemisphere, located at 434 South Alamo Street. As people descend on the park, decked out in flower crowns and carrying cascarones, KSAT will be live broadcasting the event starting at 8 p.m. The event ends with a massive firework display. Then on Friday, KSAT's first ever Fiesta Porch Parade airs from 8 to 10 p.m. on KSAT. The first hour will feature tons of information about Fiesta's history, including traditions that date back hundreds of years. Check out performances by Ava Max, Black Eyed Peas, and AJR. We also meet all the Porch Parade winners. Again, this airs Friday from 8 to 10 p.m. on KSAT. Some of the major parades like the Battle of Flowers and Fiesta Flambeau may have been canceled this year due to COVID, but the Texas Cavaliers River Parade, it's still on. That will happen Monday. This year, the parade will take place from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Monday, June 21st. At the San Antonio Riverwalk. It's open to the public. KSAT will broadcast this live as well, starting at 7 p.m. And SA Live will have the broadcast with the after party starting at 9 p.m. Also, NIOSA is happening Tuesday through Thursday at La Vieta Historic Arts Village. And you can find all of this on KSAT.com. Back to you guys. Viva Fiesta!
That's a good introduction.
Yeah, it is super cute.
Yeah, we recorded the Porch Parade thing.
Yes.
Was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
We were working on it. I know it seems like a long time ago.
Yeah.
We were working on it last weekend, and we were super excited to host that. That's happening on Friday at 8 p.m. But we're going to give you a look at behind the scenes. My daughter was there for the taping. One of the supervisors invited her to come, so she was watching, but she got to take a look as well.
Here in the KSAT front yard.
Yeah. Just getting started, so stick around. We'll be right back.
There she goes.
She's like, is it my turn yet? So I had some doubts about bringing her to see us, prepare for the Porch Parade, because I was scared she was going to try to take over the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
And but no, she's just dancing off to the side.
That was quite the little party. All right, so you get to see, Rooney's not starring in this one.
No.
But again, Porch Parade airs this Friday, 8 o'clock right here on KSAT. We're actually covering up an ABC Juneteenth special. That's going to air Saturday morning at 2 a.m. So if you'd like to check that out, set your DVRs.
Yes, but very exciting. Officially starts tomorrow and on to next week.
We are, so Justin, as we bring you back in now, it is time for that all-important Fiesta forecast. How are we looking for the first 2 or 3 days?
I think everything's going to be just fine. Monday we'll have to watch. We got the River Parade. Mm-hmm. It looks like we could see some storms late. Hopefully that'll be after the parade, and then maybe some more activity on Tuesday. So that'll be the one thing we'll watch closely.
Okay.
I got an email earlier asking about the Saharan dust. Where is it? Where do we stand on that? We do have some out in the Caribbean, but the latest forecast, good news here, keeps it all east of us, and probably that tropical system sort of blocking that back out to the east. So we're not seeing a lot in the atmosphere. We're not expecting a lot going forward, so it shouldn't be a problem, at least not anytime soon. Maybe as we get into late next week, there could be a little bit, but it doesn't show signs that it will be thick. As we go outside for you, beautiful shot there. I'll step out of the way. 80 degrees at the airport, 82 Stinson, 79 Kelly, 78 Randolph. Light winds across the board. You see a few clouds out there, a few high clouds coming through. Not a big deal. And these will pass by. We'll see a lot of sun for the first half of the day. But like the last couple days, we'll see some of those cumulus clouds develop in the afternoon. Some of those could bubble up into some pop-up showers or storms. 82 down there at Stinson, 82 Pleasanton, 79 Boerne State, 77 in Hondo. Hondo, you got some good rain yesterday, about half an inch there. 80 in Uvalde, 82 as you get down towards Corpus, or Beeville, I should say. It's 86 is what it feels like down there in Corpus. 80 in Victoria, 85 Gonzales, 79 Hondo, 83 Cotulla. Those are your feels like temperatures. Not as bad as it could be. Dew points are down just a little bit today, and I think they'll be down a little bit more this afternoon. In general, we're going to see dew points come down as we get into the afternoons next few days, and especially as we get into the weekend. Dew points will drop down into the 50s. It'll be more of a dry heat both Saturday and Sunday, but by next week, we see those dew points jump back up into the 70s. That sets the stage for some showers and storms. We may actually get a front next week, which would enhance our rain chances. I'll show you that here in just a second. Forecast heat index today is going to be close to 100. No surprise here, but these numbers are maybe a little bit lower than they were yesterday. Forecast, one of our computer models does show some isolated showers and storms today, but the coverage seems to be a little bit less. We'll see how that plays out. We do have a disturbance coming through, so I still think there's a chance there. And then as we get into tomorrow, I think our chances maybe come down a little bit more. This is around 5 o'clock, but it does show some activity, so we'll keep a slight chance in tomorrow as well. Meantime, down in the Gulf of Mexico, there is the system we've been watching for several days now. Still a broad area of low pressure. The Hurricane Center has high confidence that this will develop into a tropical depression, and it certainly looks that way. Computer models have been very, very consistent on that, and that probably will happen as it moves north, gets away from land. This is 6 o'clock tomorrow, shows most of the rain still out in the Gulf of Mexico, and the bulk of the rain is going to be well east of us. Places like Houston, Beaumont could get some rain out of this, but the really heavy stuff is going to be in Louisiana, and we'll be on the dry side of things. Now, I mentioned that we got a hot weekend, 97 Saturday, 97 Sunday, but look next week, 30% chance of storms late on Monday, 30% chance on Tuesday, and that's going to hinge on a front. Yes, a front in June, when it passes, where it passes, and we'll sort of nail down the timing as we get closer, but something to look forward to perhaps early next week, guys.
Yay, we'll take a front.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep. 9:51, about 82 degrees.
And still ahead, a neighborhood being terrorized by a thief, but not your typical suspect. No, this one is furry. We're going to explain coming up.
Good morning.
Hey, guys.
Coming up on Live, Josh Gad.
Plus, NYC Pride Parade's Wilson Cruz and the laundry guy, Patrick Richardson. We'll see you soon on Live.
It will be up around 94 degrees today, 20% chance of rain, just like the last couple of days. Another slight chance tomorrow, but a hot, dry weekend, and then some rain chances next week.
Fun story from NewYorkPost.com.
That's right. We have a woman who posts that "My cat is a thief" sign next to her pet's stolen items.
The picture has gone viral on social media, so the Oregon woman devised an unorthodox way to pay penance for her thieving feline by posting a sign asking neighbors to reclaim items snatched by her klepto kitty, Esme.
I love that, klepto kitty. The neighbors in my community, she says, know where to look for their stuff. This is Beaverton's Kate Felmet, 50 years old, told today of the marker, which reads, "My cat is a thief," alongside a picture of Esme clutching a glove in her mouth. Dangling from a clothesline next to it are gloves and other belongings, which Felmet encourages the rightful owners to take back.
Now, she had previously returned the items during door-to-door apology rounds. She's an ICU doctor, and she dreamt up the unusual method of giving reparations, purr in the middle there, purr, after noticing that the furry scavenger had been pilfering her neighbor's stuff for the past few years. Esme, by the way, was caught in the act.
Yes, she was. And if you want to know, she started her scavenging spree in summer of 2019. Been doing this a while.
Bad cat burglar.